This is Umar Ahmed for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. We're at Camden Boxing Club for a media day for Riakporhe v Tershi, June 11th at Wembley Arena. It's only been 48 hours since I last spoke to Adam Smith at the Boxing Writers Awards. Where
you have a good night.
Brilliant night, thanks Adam. Did you?
Excellent. Yeah, I love it. I mean, it's a fantastic annual event. Obviously, we haven't had it for 2.5 years with the pandemic, so to get everyone back together. But every year, a chance for fighters, managers, promoters, trainers, broadcasters, everybody to sort of come together in one room for an evening where the knives are down, the pens are down, the laptops are down, everything is sort of forgotten, and you can just chat boxing, and we can honour the fighters who are, as I always say, that the mainstay. They are the central focus of our sport. We wouldn't be anything without the fighters, and so to honour them, I love it, and I love the fact that the past champions come back, the modern fighters are there. It's a really good evening, and long may it continue. So I hope you did have a great time and caught up with whether it was one of the older brigade like your Charlie Magries, or Big Frank Bruno was there, wasn't he? Baron McGuigan, some legends, or whether it was George Groves or some of the younger guys, Caroline, Lauren, Caris, all there for us. It was brilliant. Really enjoyed it, and can't wait to sort of plan the next year.
Well, I spoke to you before the awards happened. We saw Hamza Shiraz win Young Fighter of the Year. What was your thoughts on that?
I think he's a very talented young fighter. He's undefeated, training out in America with the Goosen team, who I know Joe very well. Go back a long way with him to the days of Diego Corrales and so on. And so I think he's in good hands. He's obviously still probably to achieve his full potential. We don't know how good he will be, but I think the idea of the Young Boxer of the Year at the Writers is to give them a platform, and then we expect the winners to go on to do really good things in the sport. And if I said to him and his dad, if you look at the sort of the illustrious list of fighters over the years that have won that award, the majority go on to become either British champions or world champions. That's what we hope for. So, it was a very competitive group of fighters up for the award as always. But I think he was a very deserving winner.
Talking about young fighters, of course, Boxer and Sky Sports have made massive moves with the Olympians.
I think it's a massive statement, and I think it's very necessary with the rebuild of Sky Boxing. We've been around this business for 30 years, year in, year out with Sky, and we've had some fantastic partnerships over the course of those 3 decades, and we've got a really invigorating one now with Boxer. We've worked together for sort of 9-10 months, Ben, myself and the teams, really, really enjoying it. And we've said to each other that it's about quality, it's about the future, it's about building stars again. Adam Azim and Caroline Dubois and the likes of Joe Pigford and Brad Ray came fairly quickly, but we faced real battles with Fraser Clark, with Ben Whittaker, probably the biggest, and with Lauren and Caris. And I made it very clear to Ben many, many months ago that I wanted as many as possible to be joining the Sky platform. I thought what Robert McCracken and the team did in Tokyo was incredible. I've been very close to the amateur game over the years. Obviously, we're seeing the likes of James DeGale come through, Savannah Marshall, Katie Taylor, obviously from the Irish side. But I think Tasha Jonas, Miss GB, watching the likes of Luke Campbell, Anthony Ogogo, and those guys. And Nicola Adams come through from London 2012, and obviously the Rio Olympians with Joshua Boazzi and Joe Joyce and Josh Kelly. But I think they've done an amazing job with what happened in Tokyo. I think Caroline was unlucky to medal, but to bring 6 back, I thought Galal, to be honest, probably would go with Eddie for a number of reasons. I think he's made the right choice for him and his family. We were in the fight for Galal, but that was great. He said to me, look, I'm doing that, and he's got our full support, and I think Eddie will be brilliant for him. So that's Galal. I'm sure he'll become a world champion. They've got Siobhan Clark as well. But if you look at what we have on the Sky Boxer business, we couldn't be happier. Fraser Clark, captain of Team GB, wonderful personality, loved universally around Britain, and obviously a huge, huge talent in the heavyweight division. You've got the girls, I don't know who's going to be the best of them. Lauren, Caroline, Caris, what personality and punch power she's got. Lauren, a phenomenal athlete who's had 50 odd caps for Welsh football. She was, a martial arts gold winner numerous times in numerous events. And now look at what she's done in boxing. So I expect Lauren to go on and become a multi-weight world champion. As for Caroline Dubois, personally, I think she's going to transcend boxing. So she's young, she's so talented, and I'm really excited about her. She trains alongside Adam Azim, who of course we expect big things of too. And then, as Ben keeps telling us, you save the best till last. He's got the personality, he's got the skills, he's got the ambition, he's got the dedication. How good is he? If he's as good as he thinks he is, we're going to be in for quite some journey with Ben Whittaker, and he could become that box office star that obviously we look for. So I'm really excited. We've got them, now we've got to develop them, and I think the future is extremely bright on Sky, and I thank Ben and Boxer for everything they've done to secure the fighters' services to our new promotional partners. And listen, we're Top Rank as well, and Michaela Mayer becoming a bit of a star over this side of the pond too, and all the great fights we've got coming up. June, we've got the double header from Top Rank with Devon Haney and George Kambosos. Can't wait for that. Then Batobi Evans-Smith. So look, Top Rank are providing us with fantastic global fare, and we are really, really confident of the British talent coming through. Yes, there's some great fights on DAZN at the moment. Another one last weekend with Boazzi and Craig Richards, and they put some terrific nights on. But we're rebuilding, and now it's time for us to think about how we're going to put some incredible shows on going forwards. We had a fantastic February. We need to get back in the sunshine. We've got June the 11th. We've got June the 25th. We're going to have Hughie Fury, Michael Hunter announced soon as well for July. We've got the Savannah Marshall and Clarissa Shields blockbuster for September we're looking at. So we're really excited, and hopefully we'll get the AJ deal over the line pretty soon. So that makes Sky the platform to be on.
Answered a lot of my questions there with some of the things you said. We've seen a real step up, I believe, in international content from Sky Sports. We were used to this back in the day where we got the best American fight nights on Sky Sports. We've seen that with Pacquiao Ugas, Crawford Porter. Now we're getting Haney Kambosos Jr. I'm sure there'll be plenty more to come. Do you believe that the international content has stepped up from Sky recently?
I think it's massively important, Umar. I think, look, when we work with Matchroom, we always try to get as much international content on as well. I think it's important to give the fight fans, the customers, a flavour of everything. Obviously, 10 o'clock at night in the UK is a massive time on a Saturday. But also, even though a lot of them are in the early hours, the great fights that are happening worldwide are really important for this sport. Of course they are. I've always believed that. We had deals with HBO and Showtime, many years ago, and I've kept very close, relationships with the likes of Stephen Espinoza, the boss at Showtime, and also the other players around world boxing. I was in New York recently. I met up with Stephen. I met up with Shelley Finkel, and so you like to do that. But we have a deal with Top Rank, a 4-year deal, and they've got some fantastic fighters and fights. It was brilliant. I was gutted in a way not to be in the garden for Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. What an epic that was. But I was there for Shakur Stevenson and Oscar Valdez, and I believe Shakur can become one of the great stars of the future for the whole of global boxing. So it's brilliant that we're showing Shakur Stevenson. It's great that we've shown the likes of Inoue and Lomachenko, and I mentioned Michaela Mayer already, and then the fights we've got coming up in June are fantastic. Kambosos and Haney is a terrific fight down under. I saw Devon in New York. He's gone out there, and George Kambosos has got a fantastic team, and he's done so well in recent times. I think that's an incredible event. And then we're showing the Batebiev Smith light heavyweight dust up, and you saw the Boazzi Richards. We've seen Dimitri Bivol and Canelo, but let's not forget there's other players as well in the light heavyweight division. Batebiev and Joe Smith's a great fight. So look, Top Rank are providing that. And I think it's really important, especially, to have this international fare while Boxer and Sky are learning about each other and signing the fighters and really getting going. But I think now is time to look forward. It's time to get excited about the fight nights we've got coming up on Sky Sports. June the 11th, this one we're here for today. Richard Riakporhe in the fight we wanted to see him in a few weeks ago in Fabio Turchi. That's the biggest test of his career so far. We were talking about Zach Chelly and Jermaine Brown. What a wonderful clash that is as well. We've got Chris Congo, we've got Lauren Price, his professional debut. I've seen Ebony Jones today, young Jimmy. There's great. It's fantastic. It's a great card again for London, and some wonderful, good 50-50 or 55-45 clashes. Hopefully it'll work for the trade and the casual fans, because the midnight train's rolling on and he's getting a lot of attention now around the Sky business, and I know he is down at Selhurst Park as well, and from some of the modelling agencies I think too. Richard Riakporhe is quite something. That backstory is fantastic too. So while he's rolling, then that keeps the casuals in tune as well. But some great stories as well. Jermaine Brown is, Zach Chelly is, Chris Congo is. And obviously, I'm very, very excited about the debut of Lauren Price, because I think she's going to be special.
Yeah. Just to shout out Chris Congo and a really good fight against Sebastian Formella. Yeah. And obviously we've seen Conor Benn against Formella, so it's kind of a gauge for Chris Congo.
Yeah, that was good for Formella as well. Conor boxed really well that night, but it was a good gauge for him at the time. I think that's a really good fight for Chris Congo. It's a massively buzzing division. They all are now domestically. So many, the cruiserweights, the light heavyweights, the welterweights. It really is. And so I think that's a really good match. I think it's some good fights at Wembley Arena for June the 11th. So very excited about that. And it's bookended by the Australian night with Haney Kambosos and Batebiev Smith. And then we go to Coventry on the 25th for some more of the young guns, which we're really excited about, the likes of Adam Azim. Karis Artingsall turns professional. And then you've got the double tournament winners, Dylan Chima and Corey Gibbs, who are talented in their own way. Dylan he'll be coming out with the drums again at home in Coventry. Corey Gibbs, he could be something really interesting. Very talented fighter, obviously won the lightweight tournament in Liverpool. Super lightweight, the lightweight in Coventry. So, look, very, very good fighters to really get some great airtime on Sky, prime time on Saturday night, June the 25th. So, June's packed, and July could be interesting too.
I believe June the 11th, it's not only England, Italy in the ring with Riakporhe Tershi, but England and Italy are playing at Wembley Stadium as well.
Very good. You should be on our editorial team. We can do something there. Football, boxing. There's big crossovers as well. Fabio Tershi is a good fighter, very good fighter, and I really liked that when it was first announced. It was a shame that Fabio couldn't make it first time around, but I thought we got a great replacement. Not really a replacement, a great another challenge in Dion Juma, who. Boxed really well in at times with that. He can go on from that. That was a really good match. Both of them took that at short notice, and that's great. That Ben and John can do that, and they're prepared to sort of make those matches very quickly, because we want to obviously maintain the standards on Sky and give our customers the very best we can. We don't have every sweet in the jar, Umar, at the moment. There's much competition out there with the likes of BT, Channel 5 and DAZN. But what we do have is we're building a really interesting stable, and I think fighters are clear. They want to fight on our platform.
A couple of more things to just finish off away from your stable. Deontay Wilder has confirmed last night that he wants to come back and continue fighting. So that's great news for fight fans, isn't it, Adam?
It is. I have a wry smile on my face because I had a lunch with Shelley Finkel in New York a couple of weeks ago. Very nice lunch. We go back a long way, Shelley and I, and he said to me, Deontay's enjoying his relaxing time. He's doing plenty of family time, scuba diving a lot. I know he's really into that. And I said, come on, Shelley, everyone wants to see Deontay back, whether it's against Dylan White, whether it's against AJ at some point, whether it's against, even Fury down the line one more time, or whether it's an Andy Ruiz. There's so many fights he could have, and he's not done yet. Deontay, I thought he was fantastic in that third fight. How close was he to beating Tyson Fury for the first time? And it didn't quite work for him, but what a gladiator, what a warrior. I love working with Deontay. We got a special affection at Sky for Deontay. I'd love to see Wilder and White. I think that's a great fight. So let's see, maybe I need to get on to Shelley and after that announcement yesterday and see if we can move something forward with Deontay. But he's a great athlete. He's got an incredible power. He's really charismatic, and I think there's 2 or 3 more fights left in Deontay Wilder.
Absolutely great for the division that he's returning. Last one, we did see a video of Anthony Joshua yesterday confronting some students at Loughborough University, I believe. What did you make of that, Adam?
Look, AJ is getting ready for his big fight with Alexander Usyk. He's concentrating on his training. I think that's obviously what his mind is on. He's got a very difficult fight to think about. Obviously, after the first one at Tottenham, which didn't go his way pretty much in any way, shape or form, he's had to go back to the drawing board a bit. he believes he'll come through it. He's got Angel Fernandez with him. There's plenty that think if he gets his tactics right this time, it will be a different fight, a different outcome. And there's others that think Alexander Usyk will make it repeat again. It's a fascinating one. It's something that he needs to be concentrating fully on. And we're hoping that that fight will end up on Sky. Negotiations continue, Umar. So we'll just wait and see. But I haven't spoken to Anthony in a while. Look forward to hopefully working with him very soon. And been messaging Freddie a lot, see where we are with everything, and hopefully things are moving forwards. I've always said that Anthony Joshua is part of the Sky business. We've had him since the day he turned professional, and we want him till the day he retires. So that will be hopefully over the line soon.
Any thoughts on the video, Adam?
I actually haven't seen it, so I'll have to have a look at it. But no, I'm thinking about AJ in the ring. I'm thinking about what we've got to do to hopefully secure that fight. I think it's looking likely for July 23rd, but it's getting closer. So obviously we've got to concentrate on that contractual situation and on the fight business. But if you want me to go back and have a look at it, I will.
Adam Smith, we look forward to your June 11th card. Everyone tune in live on Sky Sports. As I said, it's a double England-Italy header. Thank you very much for talking to IFL TV. I'm sure we'll catch up soon, all right?
It's a pleasure, Umar, as always.
Welcome, Team Everlast, to the Team Everlast Fitness app. Download the Everlast Fitness app and find your greatness within.